Cowboy's going to grab a bale and we're going to head up to feed the horses and the cows and maybe feed the goats first or later. I'm not sure which way we're going first. We have a noisy barnyard. So it looks like we're feeding the goats first a little bit. These are all the big girls in with the boar billy. Moving the salt block out of the way. You're sure a noisy bunch. You want some grain? All we got right now is 3 eggs. Cowboy brought in a couple earlier, but the cold spell kind of slowed them up too. Gave them some more mealworm, sunflower seeds, so they should be warm tonight. Well, I'm headed over here to my barn to check on my power, because this cord that we have plugged in the barn goes to my chicken coop for my electric dog water dish for the chickens. And my barn looks a little sad right now. Won't be long. This spring I'll be cleaning it out real good. We haven't had anything in here, but I did have the donkeys in here for a while, so I've got a little bit of cleaning up to do before spring baby goats. Those are the 3 pens I use to kit out all my little goats. And Cowboy built this barn. He designed it. He welded the frame. It's in 3 pieces, so it can be moved. And it works really good for a cow barn, goat barn, donkey barn. It gives me a lot of space to have lots of new babies. And we have a milk extension over there, which we're not using right now. We've let Maggie out for the winter. So here's my power, and I want to make sure my cord is plugged in, and it seems like it is, so I'm not sure. Might have to have Cowboy check it out. It's just another day on the homestead in the winter. Feeding the horses again. You guys have hay. You're good. I know you'd like to get out and run, but you're better right there. I had Cowboy just drop a little hay on the ground back there for the cows so they'd leave me alone while I opened gates. And it helped. Otherwise, even though they have hay, they're going to be right here. I'm trying to keep cows out and horses in. at the same time is a bit of a challenge. So a little treat on the ground really helped. There's our Jack. He is growing so fast. We did have one bad deal during the storm, the below zero. I had an old Amish goat, and she didn't survive the cold, even though she was in the shed on the straw with the rest of them. That big a change is really hard on them. So Cowboy's up there dropping her off away from the house. The old Amish goat, when she came to our homestead, she had a baby on her with feet that were froze off, and another goat that was with her, and they were running wild in the hills. And 2 years ago, the first snow that fell, they came over the mountain from where they had been kind of surviving on their own and came to my corrals. I found out they had been Amish goats. Well, I called them. They didn't want them back. So I gave a couple of them away. I kept the old nanny. She did have one baby last year, and I've still got it. But she was a pretty old goat. But they knew where to come as soon as the snow fell and the first cold. They came into our barnyard. And of course, we took care of them, fed them, watered them, tried to get them back to their home, but they had no way to keep them home, and they didn't want them anymore, so they let us keep them here. Baby's getting a little nibble there. So I hear Cowboy coming again. I'm going to go ahead and shut the phone off, get ready to open this gate a little more for him. But this is just part of what we do here on our homestead, trying to keep our animals fed and make sure their water's open and just check on everybody. And other than the old goat, which I wasn't shocked, because when it gets that below zero, they're gonna struggle. So well, we got the chores done. I'm headed over to the coop to gather eggs and check on them. But I wanted to stop in here and check our temperature after we've had that really cold spell. And our temperature's holding pretty darn good. I'm pretty excited about that. So I think we'll be okay for the cold spell, because from here on out we're warming up again. And I'm pretty happy. You're pretty noisy. They've decided to make this pen their home because the water is flowing all the time for them.